Have you ever wished you could escape into a world where the biggest adventure isn't saving the kingdom, but discovering friendship, healing, and the simple magic of books? If that sounds like the kind of story you've been craving, then Bookshops Bonedust by Travis Baldree deserves a spot at the top of your audiobook list. This isn't your typical fantasy packed with non-stop battles and world-ending villains. Instead, it offers something surprisingly rare, a cozy fantasy that reminds you life-changing adventures can happen in the quietest places. The story follows Viv, a battle-hardened orc mercenary. After being seriously injured during a hunt, she's forced to stay in a peaceful seaside town while she recovers. For someone who's spent her life chasing monsters and glory, slowing down feels almost impossible. But that's when everything begins to change. Instead of swinging swords every day, Viv discovers a small, dusty bookshop. At first, books don't seem interesting to her at all. Yet one recommendation leads to another, and before long she's completely captivated by stories she never knew she needed. As Viv builds unexpected friendships with the quirky people around her, she slowly realizes that courage isn't only found on the battlefield. Sometimes the greatest strength comes from opening yourself to new experiences, trusting others, and finding a place where you truly belong. What makes this audiobook so special is its atmosphere. Travis Baldree creates a world that feels warm, comforting, and wonderfully immersive. Every conversation, every cup of tea, every page turned inside the little bookshop makes you feel like you're right there beside the characters. And if you're listening instead of reading, that experience becomes even more magical. The narration brings each character to life with emotion, humor, and personality. It's the kind of audiobook that's perfect for long drives, relaxing evenings, morning walks, or simply unwinding after a stressful day. Even if you haven't read Legends and Lattes, you'll have no trouble enjoying this story. It stands beautifully on its own while offering the same heartwarming charm fans have fallen in love with. If you're tired of fantasy novels that rely only on constant action and endless plot twists, Bookshops Bonedust offers something refreshingly different. It's a story about second chances, meaningful friendships, discovering the joy of reading, and finding happiness in unexpected places. By the time the final chapter ends, you'll probably wish you could spend just a little longer wandering that cozy little bookshop. So if you're looking for an audiobook that feels comforting, inspiring, funny, and unforgettable, this is one you don't want to miss. Start listening today and experience why so many readers have fallen in love with Travis Baldree's cozy fantasy world. You can start with a free audiobook trial using the link in the description below. If you enjoy fantasy, cozy adventures, unforgettable characters, and stories that stay with you long after they're over, this is the perfect audiobook to add to your listening list.